Welcome to this daily PBJ devotional. Read 2 Kings 3, Jonah 1, and the book of Jude. This devotional is about Jonah 1. Now the word of the Lord came to Jonah, son of Amittai, saying, Get up, go to the great city of Nineveh, and preach against it, because its wickedness has come up before me. Jonah, however, got up to flee to Tarshish, away from the presence of the Lord. He went down to Joppa and found a ship bound for Tarshish. So he paid the fare and went aboard to sail for Tarshish, away from the presence of the Lord. Then the Lord hurled a great wind upon the sea, and such a violent storm arose that the ship was in danger of breaking apart. The sailors were afraid, and each cried out to his own God, and they threw the ship's cargo into the sea to lighten the load. But Jonah had gone down to the lowest part of the vessel, where he lay down and fell into a deep sleep. The captain approached him and said, How can you sleep? Get up and call upon your God. Perhaps this God will consider us, so that we may not perish. Come, said the sailors to one another, let us cast lots to find out who is responsible for this calamity that is upon us. So they cast lots, and the lot fell on Jonah. Tell us now, they demanded, who is to blame for this calamity that is upon us? What is your occupation, and where have you come from? What is your country, and who are your people? I am a Hebrew, replied Jonah. I worship the Lord, the God of the heavens, who made the sea and the dry land. Then the men were even more afraid and said to him, What have you done? The men knew that he was fleeing from the presence of the Lord because he had told them. Now the sea was growing worse and worse. So they said to Jonah, What must we do to you to calm this sea for us? Pick me up, he answered, and cast me into the sea, so it may quiet down for you. For I know that I am to blame for this violent storm that has come upon you. Nevertheless, the men rowed hard to get back to dry land, but they could not, for the sea was raging against them more and more. So they cried out to the Lord, Please, O Lord, do not let us perish on account of this man's life. Do not charge us with innocent blood. For you, O Lord, have done as you pleased. Then they picked up Jonah and cast him into the sea, and the raging sea grew calm. Then the men feared the Lord greatly, and they offered a sacrifice to the Lord and made vows to him. Now the Lord had appointed a great fish to swallow Jonah, and Jonah spent 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the fish. This is God's word. Some of the Lord's prophets drew difficult assignments. Hosea, for instance, was told to marry a woman who would be unfaithful to him. Jeremiah did time in prison and in a pit for his prophecies. Ezekiel lost his wife in death so that the Lord could prove a point. Elijah was targeted for death by Jezebel, a stone-cold killer. But none of these prophets ran away from the Lord like Jonah did. Why? Was Jonah rebellious or weaker spiritually than these other men? Or is there more going on than what we may perceive in the text? The answer is in the 2nd verse of our passage. Go to the great city of Nineveh and preached against it. But it takes some historical knowledge to understand the significance of the Lord's command to Jonah here. Nineveh was the capital city of Assyria, the nation that would conquer the northern kingdom of Israel and cause a lot of problems for Judah as well. The Assyrians were known for their extreme cruelty to their enemies. They didn't just conquer a kingdom, killing the kingdom's soldiers as part of the battle. They tortured some of the people they captured with cold-hearted brutality. Jonah did not want to go to Nineveh because he hated the Assyrians. There was almost certainly an element of fear in his heart toward them as well. But as we'll see in the chapters ahead, it was hatred primarily that motivated Jonah to run away from God's will. Jonah's story calls us to reflect on our own attitudes toward other people. Do we hate atheists, liberals, Muslims, immigrants? Are some of our political positions motivated by a desire to punish people we perceive as enemies, or to exclude them from any blessings at all? If you love the Lord, you know that love exists in you only by His grace. It was not your wisdom, your morality, your innate spirituality that brought you to Christ. It was His love, His grace, and His mercy that changed your cold heart and mine to embrace His lordship and receive His salvation as a gift. Do you love the Lord enough to pray and seek for others, even those who might be your enemy, so that they can find that love and mercy too? Consider that today, and I'll see you next time. May God bless you. Hope you have a great day today.